I don't have an intro for this. Like, usually you start with something, right? Like a tag phrase or...
I don't know what we said last week.
I just asked you what we were doing. Which would be stealing, because that's a...
So welcome to the podcast, where we plan things out ahead of time, always.
Always.
I'm Ellie. That's Hannah.
We can't point because we don't know where we are in each other's screens.
Hi. Where is anyone? Hello.
Welcome back. I'm happy you came back.
My brother also exists. He would like you to know.
Oh, hello. I'm happy you do exist.
Anyway.
Thank you for coming back for a second episode.
Anytime. I haven't left my house since then, so.
Good. So today we're talking about fears.
Always a fun time.
You know, it's great. So we get to talk about that, what's happening. So we're going to start with a conversation starter. That's not the right card. We're starting with an introduction. I should number these, but I don't. If you haven't seen last week's video, it'll be in an iCard on either side of the screen. Top right. There it goes.
Somewhere.
It booped out.
Look at it. Look at it go.
We put it out last week. It was an introduction, how things are going to flow. It's going to be great. Perfect. Intro questions.
Yes. I had a hiccup.
I went last week. I punched my mic. I went last week, so now you get to go first.
You want me to start?
I want you to start.
Okay. I don't know. I'm going to hope that this question makes sense. Because I'm kind of just assuming here that you are afraid of the dark.
Yes.
Okay? We're rolling with that assumption.
Okay.
Now I want to know why. Is it like the actual dark that's scary? Like, do you just enjoy lights? Is it like creepy sounds? Like, what actually about it is scary?
I don't like the fact that I am not aware of what could possibly be within the darkness.
But can't you still hear? I say this as someone who's also afraid of the dark, so like, just saying.
You can, but I have a fun fact coming up about why you shouldn't trust your ears or your eyes when you are afraid.
Well, I'm glad we're filming this in the middle of the day and not at night then.
Yes.
Of course, at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep, I'll blame you.
Good. Do it. I wrote my note cards at 1 a.m. last night because I couldn't sleep. So that's why we're talking about fears, because that's what I was dealing with.
Nice.
I know. Now, my questions to you. Do you believe that there are monsters? My exact card says monsters under the closet and in the bed, but I mean in the closet and under the bed. Do you believe in monsters that live there?
No, but I am afraid of spiders.
Those are monsters.
I'm not like worried that there's like a werewolf hiding under my bed, because honestly my bed's pretty close to the ground, so like it'd be a baby werewolf. But I've come across at least 4 spiders under my bed in my life, and honestly, it's terrifying.
Spiders are monsters.
Right? Like, I have a plug bar under there, and that's where I keep like my clock and stuff plugged in. But if I ever have to plug anything else into that plug bar, I take a flashlight and shine it under the bed, and then reach under the bed to plug something in, because I am not risking there being a bug.
Right. I feel it. What's your biggest... Now, this has a twist ending. What is your biggest fear / excitement about getting old?
See, I thought you were just going to ask me my biggest fear, and I was really prepared to talk about drowning in salt water, but that took a whole different turn.
Different type of fear.
Well, are we talking old, like, in my 80s old, or, like, I'm now in my 20s old? Because there are 2 different types of old.
We can talk about both. Because you're right, there are 2 different types of old. But, like, so we can talk about, like, you're getting older, but then also, like, when you're, like, old.
I mean, I'm not really afraid of being, like, 80 or something. Because knowing me, I will have done lots of exciting things up until that point. And I can finally retire from a job that I don't know what it'll be. Which I guess is the fear. Because now I'm like in my 20s, and there's like a 2 in front of my name, you know. And so
In front of your name?
In front of my age. There's a 2 in my age, not in my name.
I was so genuinely
Wait.
confused.
But if it's in Roman numerals, there is a 2 in my name. Because there's 2 L's. Which, in Roman numerals, it's 2 I's. And there's a 2 in my name.
That would still be 20.
What?
I is 1. L is 10.
So then we just pretend that they're I's. They're just 2 sticks. L's are capital.
Yeah.
L isn't 10. X is 10.
So what is L? Isn't that 50?
Okay.
So
I'm
when you're
actually thinking
100,
without me.
you can say that your name has been a prophecy.
Nice. It's prophesized me getting old my whole life.
Isn't everybody prophesied to get old?
Okay, anyway, what were we talking about?
Your greatest fear about getting old.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of afraid of being older, but not, like, being old.
Yeah. What's your fear about getting older?
I have to graduate college.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I'm already tired of going to college, and I'm only halfway through, so I'm certainly not going to college any longer than I have to at this point.
I feel that. I feel that deep in my heart. Like, inside of my loins.
That was an uncomfortable
I
phrase.
waited for you to think about that one.
Things that I am afraid of. That.
Loins.
That. Stop saying it.
All right.
Move on.
Interesting facts. Did you know? This goes back to if I have ears when in the
do.
dark. When you are afraid, your brain distorts reality. So you start seeing and hearing things that aren't there when you're afraid.
Is that like when a piece of hair touches you? I just really have this thing with bugs, you guys. But like when a piece of hair touches you and you're convinced that it's a spider and like you're gonna die.
Yeah, or like when
it's
you're
just hair.
in the dark and then you kind of like look and you're like, oh my, that's a person, and then you turn the light on and it's like a pile of clothes, and you
Which I
swore
have
it was a
lot of
person.
everywhere.
That's why you're facing your backs to the wall. Which is why I redid my room. Video coming out Wednesday.
Woo woo. Hers,
We
not
love
mine.
me. I post videos. Another fun fact, you can actually overcome phobias.
That sounds scary.
It
That
is.
was a really stupid thing to say, but the sentiment stands.
Yeah, so if you're afraid of heights, then like a phobia therapist will slowly introduce you to heights. So maybe it's standing like a foot off the ground because it's higher, and then you slowly work your way up, or like they use like virtual reality and have you stand on a tall building and you have to look around and you're like, oh my
Dude,
goodness, I'm
that's
so afraid.
Trippy.
Yeah. And
Virtual reality?
so then people will slowly go into it until they can do it in real life, and then they get over fears.
Well, now I'm thinking, like, not to interrupt your facts, but now I'm thinking about it.
Go for it.
When we were in, she and I went traveling, whatever, at, like, the beginning of the year, we went to Minnesota for a while. And we were in, like, the Mall of America, and they have this, like, it was like an Avengers VR, like, you had to fight this battle against aliens, and it was dramatic sort of thing. And, like, you had hand lasers. But it was super trippy, because at one point, it's like, walk out on the deck of this spaceship. Yeah, that thing. It's like, walk out on the deck of this spaceship. And even though, like, they told us ahead of time, all of the floor is flat, like, it's all, like, level, you don't have to jump anywhere or climb on anything. Like, I'm aware that I am on perfectly flat flooring, but what I'm seeing was, like, a 6 or 7 foot drop. And so I was, like, inching along the perfectly flat flooring, and Hannah was like, what do you... Get out of the way.
There were lots of moments because I love virtual reality, and if I had enough money, I would buy my own. But like, I am so fearless with it, and I just want to keep moving. So I was like pushing people out of the way. I shot you a couple times.
She did. Well, the best part, it was the two of us and then two other guys whose names were both Nathan. Was it Nathan or Nate or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So then the problem was I could remember the name, but I couldn't remember anything else. So I would say the name, and then they would both look at me. And I'm like, well, I only need one of you to do something, but now you're both looking at me.
And they both were convinced that they were the same color.
Yeah.
Which wasn't
like,
true.
If you held your hand out, you could see your own color, and we were like all different colors, but they both thought that they were pink, and I don't think either of them were. Or maybe one of them was.
I think maybe one, and then the other one was like green or something.
I think so.
Stupid boys. So there are our interesting facts. My interesting facts. I did the interesting facts. We're not doing a bone to pick because I don't have anything to pick, so...
Now I want to go back to playing with virtual reality and also escape rooms. That was fantastic.
When we have money, we can...
more than $5?
Yes, because like VR headsets are like $800. Like the really good ones.
Now that was some genuine fear.
Yeah. We can do it. Maybe post it on YouTube or something. I would love if they would give us free things.
That would be great. Hashtag please.
Please.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. Please.
Someone.
Anyone?
I still, at some point in my life, just want to get paid to, like, travel.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'll review your fancy swimming resort in Australia if you pay for my stay and feed me.
I got an email from Creighton that there's a app, I think, either an app or a company, but they hire influencers to do ads and stuff. So
nice.
I applied for that because I'm already doing stuff on the internet, so might as well get paid for it.
I mean, what have you been doing all day? We were just talking about this earlier.
Editing. Getting paid to edit. All day. Constantly. All the time. Yeah,
Is your
after...
being less of a butt?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Because I keep all of the, like, the footage on my SD card and then just keep the SD card plugged in. So the storage never moves onto my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But we're going to film this, and then I'm going to edit it. And then I'm going to edit the video for Wednesday. And then I have to work on an animation for my animation class, which I will also put on my YouTube channel when it's done
probably
in
not,
6
I would
years.
say probably not also on Wednesday.
No.
But you got some time before that has to happen.
Right. It's not due for like 3 weeks.
I would like to clarify that she is looking at a calendar, not just staring like out the window or at the wall. Like there is an actual calendar.
My calendar's up there. Well, I was doing it and I was trying to figure out what day it was and then where it was due, and then it's like 2.5 weeks, but my brain couldn't like connect the dots.
I don't even know what day it is half the time, so...
Today's Tuesday? Tuesday.
That's long as I keep track of Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, because I have to be in lectures in the mornings, then we're fine.
Yeah.
The rest of the days don't matter.
That doesn't work for me. I'm constantly doing things. But, yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Are you ready for a conversation starter?
I'm ready.
All right. What is your greatest fear? Talk about drowning in salt water.
Drowning in salt water. Which is ironic because I'm a certified scuba diver.
And you've gone scuba diving.
In Mexico. In the ocean.
Where there is salt water.
On that, shameless plug. Yeah, where there is salt water.
iCard, wherever it is.
Yeah. Well, like, the thing about salt water is, like, when you're not just getting This is gonna be kind of gross, so if you're afraid of gross things, skip ahead like 30 seconds. But when you get salt water in your lungs, it's not just water in your lungs, but the salt is corrosive against your lung tissue. So it can wear holes in your lung tissue if it sits in there long enough. So then not only are you drowning in water, but you're drowning in your own blood. End of gross things. And
but we're still here, and we're still gross things.
Yeah. But it's just my face. So yeah. How about you?
I mean, are we going for like emotional fears or like physical fears?
Physical, because it's less complicated than emotional. I just pulled my hair.
Stupid. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling to my death.
So is it the height that you're afraid of, or is it the falling that you're afraid of? Because I feel like that's two different things.
I'm afraid of so much force hitting my body that my organs explode.
So if you got an apartment on like the 50th floor of a building, that wouldn't be scary. But like if you stood on a balcony on the 50th floor of the building, that would be...
Right. Right. Like looking over, and I would think if I hit the ground, I would die. I also don't like being in buildings that have high ceilings, because if I look up and if it fell from such a height, it would crush my body.
Okay, fair enough. You've been to Chicago.
No, I haven't.
Haven't you?
No, I didn't go on that trip.
Oh, yeah. Sometime we're going to go to Chicago, and I'm going to make you stand in the really tall tower with lots of windows.
It's because you hate me.
Yeah. Well, I once we had a Korean exchange student. I went in high school for like a school trip. We had a Korean exchange student that came with us, and if you know like anything about, is it the Sears Tower? I want to say. In
sure.
The super tall building in Chicago. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the like upper floors, they have all of these glass like walls, windows, whatever.
You know.
But on part of it, like the floor is glassy, so like you can see down through it. And there's a section that you get your own little like window like frame thing, and there's handles on either side to hold on to. But the window physically tips out. So like it's enclosed, you're not like open to the air or whatever, but you're laying like this-ish on your stomach looking down at Chicago. I did not do it. But the Korean exchange student did, and the look on his face was great.
See, I think we should overcome our fears.
I'm not going to drown in salt water.
No. Yours is harder because you've literally gone scuba diving.
Yeah.
So you're like, you've done as much as you can other than drowning in salt water to get over that fear.
Yeah, I'd really not face that too extremely. Just saying.
Right. But like, afraid of heights, or afraid of the dark, or ghosts, or...
You stop. No. You have a thing with ghosts recently.
I want to go ghost hunting with you.
I don't.
But I have a really cute name for it. And I know cute names is what sways you.
You literally did this to me less than 12 hours ago, and you're doing it again.
Yeah.
Alright, what is it?
Junior Ghost Hunters.
It's not cute. I'm not amused. It's not funny.
Because the title card, you know those like stupid police badges that are like stickers? You have one of those that's like kind of peeling off that just says Junior Ghost Hunter.
Like in Zootopia, she gives him a sticker badge.
Yeah. But it says Junior Ghost Hunter.
My brother has started his drum practice.
Oh. I can't hear it, so it's fine. So we should do that. Both of those things. Someone please pay us to make these things. Please.
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 Or just pay me at all. Because with this whole pandemic thing, I'm out of a job, so...
Yeah. I'm freelancing right now, so... What were you afraid of as a child? Your biggest fear as a child?
The house catching on fire because of the lint trap in the dryer.
Sweet.
I still habitually, because we would use, like, you know, lint is super flammable. Fun fact, lint is super flammable. But we would go camping a lot, so we'd take the lint and put it in, like, a toilet paper tube, and then you light that as a fire starter. But it's very flammable and can light your house on fire.
It can.
Empty your lint trap, people.
Please do. Every time you use your.
It's important.
What is the scariest creature and why?
Like real or imaginary?
Imaginary.
See, I feel like most people would say like zombies or something, but if the zombie apocalypse actually happened, it would be a very formal occasion.
You know, you made that joke the same as last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you don't watch Supernatural because you're a scaredy cat.
See, as a scientist, I am aware that these things don't exist, but me at 2 a.m. isn't super rational.
Right.
So,
But like, if a creature that would show up on Supernatural, which one would you be the most afraid of?
oh, that one from Doctor Who where you like look at it, but then when you can't see it, you forget it's there.
Yes.
That thing.
I don't remember what it's all called. It's
I
been
have
so
no
long.
idea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have like 2 minutes of audio left. Why is my phone like this? I
That's
swear I will fix this
Please do.
before next week.
So I'll answer really quick, and then we'll do final thoughts since we only have 2 minutes left, and you can blame Ellie. Mine would be a Wendigo because they're scary, limb, disgusting things, and they are created after people eat other people. So they're really scary. Final thoughts.
I'm now afraid to go to bed. Thank you.
You're welcome. We don't live in a forested area, so it's fine.
That's true. You need to put like some pictures of puppies at the end of this.
I'll put some cute videos and photos of cute things at the end of this video.
To help people sleep, you know.
Yeah, you know. We didn't talk about anything too scary, but if you were answering the questions with us, little fear might pop up. So.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. What are you afraid of, and are our fears rational?
They're not.
I want to know.
Any other final thoughts, Miss Ellie?
That's about all I got.
All right. Well,
What do I...
you start the outro.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
See you when I see you.
Bye. And scene. Oh, I was like, what are we pointing to? You're not wrong. I know.